Texting. Are we 8-8?
Count it out.
Are we 8-8? I think we're 8-8.
Nope.
No. Which way? Your way?
8.5 because you pulled it.
I wasn't sure. America. I wasn't sure.
It's hard to be sure.
It's hard to be sure. Anyway, welcome back to the Sack on a Man Up Monday. The redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo, the high question, 100 Miliaccio. This segment brought to you by The Return, the Good Doctor. There he is. America.
That's right, an old sponsor.
Yeah.
One of the originals.
One of the originals, cream soda, Dr. Pepper, zero sugar, cream soda. Buy it now. You will regret it. And I mean that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No.
Dare I call it a molecular Monday?
You could call it that.
Not sure what that means.
Neither am I, but could we go with that? Sure. I suppose. Anyway, this is IDD for those who know I don't disagree. Segment 1, NBA recap. The locals had very convincing and important wins in different ways. The Knicks were missing 4 starters, a trainer, a nurse, 5 cheerleaders, and 3 owners.
I think there was a couple of drivers out,
a couple of drivers. The bus driver was sick. Everybody, all of it. And somehow, some way went into Cleveland,
and
who had been playing pretty well, and got a big win.
Almost a wire-to-wire win.
It really was, and avoided disaster when Mr. All-World Jalen Brunson, who I didn't see when I saw the replay of the whole thing. Then I saw what happened. But originally, they only show you the first cut when he comes off and he goes up, and it looks like no one touches him. So when I first saw this, I thought MCL season over because I'm like, that's one of those the non-contact injuries when it comes to legs are even worse.
I thought it was Achilles. Yeah. The way his foot, he was doing something weird with his foot when he tried to stand up, and I was like, God damn! I was cursing.
Yeah.
I was F this, F the Knicks. Yeah. I'm sick of this shit. Casey's sitting there going like this. Is he hurt? I was like, yeah, he's probably done for the season. He's probably out for the year.
Yeah.
Why not?
Look, the Knicks have had a bad run of it lately with injuries. And you can't, I hate when people say, well, it's part of the game. No. I know that it's part of the game, but the point is, when you lose the people that they have lost, you don't replace them. You can't say next man up to me, because if that were true, the next man up would make the same amount of money as the man in front of him. But he doesn't 99 times out of 100. So that next man up thing is bullshit, okay? You either have guys on your bench that are dogs and they're going to do that, or they're not.
That's what you need.
If you don't have them, you don't have them. Now, last night told me they had them.
Well, we've known.
They had them.
We've known the guys on the Knicks bench are fucking tough. Even their stars are tough.
Yep,
the Knicks
tough.
are not a bunch of pansies.
They are a tough team.
They play hard every friggin' night.
They really do. So
even when they're getting beat by 20, they make a run, they come back, they always play hard.
Yeah.
And that was impressive because I, as a shitty fan, I was ready to quit.
Oh, I can show you the text.
I was ready to quit.
Just hoping it's the season so I can give up on these.
Exactly. Yeah, seriously. I mean, what a pathetic loser I am.
And I look at the score, I'm like, they're winning.
That's what my family was saying. Maddie sits down and she was like, "What's the matter?" Knicks were up 11.
It's all fool's
and I'm
gold.
pissed because all I'm thinking about is Jalen Brunson.
He's done.
As much as I was loving them winning, that's all I was thinking.
But long term, if he's not there, they got no shot.
No, and then you might as well shut down Julius Randle. You might as well just
you might as well mail it in.
Exactly,
because if you get in, you're one and done.
Right. Yeah.
So I get why he felt that way, because I felt that way myself.
But wow.
But it was a big time win. Kudos to Tibbs. But again, I said, and we had this joke about me and Perkins. Who said it first? It was me. I have it on tape, by the way. Before Perkins, I said, my response was, that fucking dumbass can't even pick his nose with his left hand. But
Yankees Mets on tomorrow.
Tomorrow 1 o'clock. There you go. Little.
And I'm working from home, baby.
Little grapefruit matinee for Mr. Izzo.
Sorry. Back to what you were saying.
But anyway, the point. No, but the
Knicks.
The point
being the biggest threat.
The Knicks are the biggest threat to the Celtics for this very reason. And honestly, he said all of it, and he was talking about the bench. It's really the whole team. They're tough. Yeah. They're resilient. They play hard. No one's ever going to accuse the Knicks of quitting. Yeah. That's not going to happen. That's not who they are. That's not the guy. They went and got guys like that. They're dogs, and that's why they're the biggest threat to Boston. Because to me, it's that line from Rocky and Apollo Creed after going to Rocky 2, and he's like, "What are you afraid of, Duke?" And he goes, "Honest," because he wanted to rematch. He's like, "Well, this guy hasn't done anything in 6 months. Let's go get some new meat." He's been doing nothing. And he's like, why are you so afraid, Duke? And he goes, honest. He goes, he looks around, he goes, and this is me thinking about the Knicks. They are wrong for us, baby.
They're wrong.
I saw you beat that team like I never seen a team beat another team, and that team kept coming after you. Now, we don't need that kind of team in our life. That's the New York Knicks. Okay? So
I love that identity.
So that's who they are. And that's why I think if they are healthy, and again, I said this, they don't have to be the 3 seed, be the 6 seed.
Yeah.
I said this a couple weeks ago. Defense and
avoid the plan.
The defense and that chemistry, that cohesion that they now have, that shit travels. And they've got closers. Brunson's a closer. If he's in the game, he can win it. Okay? And so I'm telling you right now, if they are healthy come playoff time, nobody's going to want to play them.
Dude, the thing I liked yesterday is Bogdanovich finally got going. He's had like 1 game since he came over where he played well.
But he got thrown into the...
Well, he had to be a scorer. It was like, dude, you can't play this bullshit.
He never got to play the role they got him for.
Right.
He was thrown into a role he wasn't prepared to do.
Yeah.
And it showed, quite honestly. But then last night, he adjusted.
Yeah.
And again, it takes a while.
Well, I mean, he was a 20-point scorer on the Pistons.
Yeah.
Now you go to the Knicks where you have a bunch of fucking guys who are not bullshit.
Nope.
So if you want to get 20 on this team, you're going to have to get dirty and not just be a fucking shooter.
Because as Tibbs says, you don't play defense, you don't play.
Right.
You don't play.
And he is a liability sometimes on defense.
That's not what he's known for, no.
No, but if he's playing hard and he's scoring, he's looking for a shot, good shots. Yeah. That was good. Dude, he put Deuce McBride.
Yeah.
Is it Miles or Trey?
I think it's...
They call him Deuce.
Miles Trey, but his nickname is Deuce.
Deuce McBride. Brunson hurt himself like what? 1 minute
early.
in, 2 minutes
It was
in.
very early.
I think it was the second possession of the game.
Yeah.
And Tibbs, they were talking about this on NBA, tonight or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Tibbs subbed in McBride, never subbed him out again. He ended up playing 47 minutes.
Dog.
Off the bench, scored 16.
Dog.
Played hard defense.
Played defense. I mean, they held him under 100 points in their gym.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Mitchell was there.
He wasn't playing.
Oh, he didn't play?
No, Donovan Mitchell didn't play.
Oh, he didn't play? What happened?
You didn't see?
No, what happened?
I don't know. It's like 4 times in 7 games.
You said something about him last week. You said he was hurt. He didn't play against, what's his name, when Philly beat him.
They said he's been out 4 times in the last 7 games. Oh, shit. He didn't play. So that was why some people were saying, Donovan Mitchell didn't play. Okay. Brunson didn't play. Randall didn't play. Come on, Cleveland. You're the 2 seed.
Yeah.
You got to be more than that.
3-1.
Yo.
I mean.
So I'm assuming you didn't see this play where, I can't remember, the Knicks were up 4 maybe. Might have been under a minute. But if Cleveland holds them, scores, gets it, they still have a shot.
Yeah.
Fucking Josh Hart does a step back 3 in the corner right in front of Cleveland's bench with the shot clock.
Oh, I saw
down,
that. I did see
nets
that.
it.
Yeah.
He turns around. Donovan Mitchell's standing there with his chain on. He goes, nice chain.
Yeah, nice chain.
And runs down the court.
I did see
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything about it. They all just looked at him like, oh, damn.
Yeah, Cleveland really doesn't.
Bitched us.
Cleveland doesn't have it working.
They bitched us.
Cleveland has talent, but they got no.
Where's the
ice?
The pinwhit.
Oh, it's right over here. I'm sure. Anyway, so
why are they so soft like that?
I don't know.
Because Donovan Mitchell's not soft like that. Right?
They've got a lot of talent. Donovan Mitchell is not soft, but I think he's in the minority on that team.
But I mean, Josh Hart tugged on Donovan Mitchell's chain.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He probably was in shock.
Apparently they're friends, but
Maybe
still. But if my friend had done that, I would have at least been like, "Fuck you." You know what I'm saying?
Imagine the camera pinning back and you see.
Imagine me and you. Imagine me and you. And you hit the 3, and I'm hurt on the bench, and you turn around and go, "Hey Tom."
Hey, Tom.
I'd be like, "Go fuck yourself."
And the camera zooms to Tom. He's going like this.
Literally, Donovan Mitchell. He fucking shakes his chain. Donovan Mitchell just put his head down and turned away.
I mean, they don't.
Damn.
Cleveland doesn't lack for talent, but they don't have what the Knicks have.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the Knicks beat them 4-1 last year for the same fucking reason.
Yep.
And they weren't as talented as they are now.
And Bernie Bickerstaff Jr.
Yeah,
my God, I haven't seen a coach bitch that much.
The Knicks on paper, the full roster is much more talented than the one last year. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying that last night when I was saying there's no way Cleveland should have let that happen. And you're saying the Knicks are better than them, even without the 4.
Well, I also didn't know that Mitchell didn't play because he's the one. He's the head of the snake. Cleveland has not done it. You look at their record without him; it's not very good.
He's good.
He's good.
He's that good.
But he's their whole team.
That's crazy.
He's legitimately the head of the snake. He doesn't play. They're fucking.
See, that's why with him in the game they can probably play a little tougher because
he'll make them play tough. Because the whole thing about him is, if you ever watched him play, he goes to the hoop. He's not afraid.
Yeah.
He goes at people. He'll dunk on
I like him. He's a Mets fan.
He doesn't care.
You know he's a Mets fan.
Yeah. Well, Stephen A's been fucking blowing him to go to New York for 2 years now. And I get why. Because he's a winner.
I like Brunson better, though.
I think Brunson is.
I love Brunson.
I don't know if Brunson's better from a talent perspective.
He's not.
But he's tougher.
He's
tougher.
Yeah, I like him for my team.
He's tougher.
You know, it's like. Not that Donovan Mitchell's got a great game.
The talent's not that discernible. I'm just saying that Mitchell's is a better athlete per se, but Brunson, I think,
bigger too.
He's bigger, but Brunson from a skill set is every bit as good, maybe even better. And he's tougher. I think he's tougher. So, but I'm not surprised the Knicks won that game because again, the 2 guys we just talked about, or DiVincenzo's the other one.
They call him the Big Ragu. They call him the Big Ragu. Isn't that great?
That's great.
That's so good. Hartenstein came in a hoodie a couple weeks ago and had a tomato sauce and said the Big Ragu.
That's cool.
I was like,
cool,
that's
Big Ragu.
Yeah, that's a great nickname.
That is a great nickname.
Great nickname.
But the thing is, last year, him and Bogdanovich weren't on the roster. They had 48 points last night. Yeah. That's why they won. So they have built out that roster.
Lobster.
It was lobster.
It was shrimp and lobster.
Shrimp and lobster.
You got to build out the shrimp and the lobster.
And then the roster.
Then you throw the roster.
You throw the roster in there for good measure. No, they have
a little bit of pasta. You're smoking like a Rasta. Holy shit.
The Knicks have built out that roster with specialists who have the same character. There are guys that play D. There are guys that shoot. But they all got the same internal fortitude. Internally, they're the same. And when you have a team that's 10 guys like that, and you've got some closers, you're a dangerous team.
Dude, remember the guy I was complaining about, Alec Burks?
Yes.
He hit some big shots last night.
Did he?
Yeah, I got to give him some props. There was a couple of times he pulled up and I was like, what are you fucking doing? Okay, good shot.
See,
good shot.
Might be.
Good shot.
Again, this happens to a lot of people, but not with the frequency with which.
I'm terrible.
Every time he fucking badmouths somebody, like literally it's like the very next play. It doesn't matter what the sport is. If he badmouths a guy, it's almost like God is going, again, Israel?
It's the universe going, oh, yeah, you're so perfect.
Literally.
Let me show you how wrong you are.
And the thing is, he doesn't do it often, but every time he does it, it happens.
I try not to badmouth.
No, he's usually not. That's not Tom's MO. That's my MO. but
when I do,
when he does,
I'm gonna be wrong.
I swear, you think they hear it, or all of a sudden a note gets to that play, or whoever it is, in the next fucking play, and then you just look at him, and all you can hear is the donkey sound.
A carrier pigeon just comes over, drops a little note, and says, "Douchebag from Virginia, talk shit again."
Ask clown Izzo's at it again. But anyway, the Knicks had a great win last night. They stay in 4th place. They're in a pretty good position right now. If they can get that 3 spot, that'd be great because that would keep them out of Boston's bracket.
They need Randall and OG back.
They do.
If they can get them back in a week.
And again, they were talking Randall first and then OG a couple of days later, really. Maybe the same.
Really?
Yeah. He was supposed to be around the 10th and OG was 12th or 13th. This was tentative, but that was a prediction. So
hope they don't rush them back.
No, I mean, as long as you stay in the top 6, you're okay. So that was a very big win for them because they were kind of struggling and they needed something because they were having a lot of bad luck.
Bucks were down 12 now.
Well, the Bucks fought back against the Clip show, who is starting to look like the Clippers of old.
So now should we talk about the Georgie boy?
Well, here's the thing, and what's been ticking me off all day is that, of course, it's always the Boston media. These guys are such donkeys. They always try and make light of something, and they fail to recognize the significance because to them they don't know any better. What Mazza Snotty, who should just stick to baseball, his name's Maserati, by the way, we call him Mazza Snotty, says today, well, what about that? Who cares what the score is? What does that even mean? Well, it kind of tells you who won and lost, first of all. So it's kind of important in that regard. And then
kind of tells you who got their heart ripped out.
And he's like, what does the score? What does the score do to you? Does it move the needle? I'm like, move the needle? We're not. Let me tell you why it does move the needle, Mazzasnotty, you dumbass. Because that team was in the Celtics' head. And the fact that you didn't understand that is pathetic. And Jaylen Brown said it at halftime. We remember what happened a couple of years ago. He said it when they interviewed him before half. He's like, we remember what they did to us a couple of years ago. They never forgot it. So Mavs makes light of that. Go, oh, good for you.
Didn't Tatum talk about that in an interview recently?
Did. Yeah. Which tells me they're growing up. They're growing up. Okay? So that's a good news. That to me, that's the significance. They didn't seem to care when Kyrie Irving stepped on the logo after they beat him, but then the next year they fucking swept their ass. Mm-hmm. So that's the evolution of a team. I said this on the show Friday night. You weren't here for this, but you were at Maddie's thing. But I said every championship team has a mean streak in them somewhere. It's there, and it comes out every now and then.
Better be there.
And the Celtics had yet to show this until yesterday.
Is that 4 in a row? Or is it 3?
What do you mean?
Where they played to their potential.
That's 4 in a row now.
4.
Now, I said...
It's a nice little streak.
It is, given who the opponents are.
Especially that you had the one that was really good and then some that the talent
the best
level was
part is
below.
Mazzasnotty was downplaying the Celtics win against the Sixers. We talked about how they went to the basket when they weren't shooting. He downplays that, saying the Sixers stink. The Sixers go into Dallas 2 days later and win. I'm like, donkey. Maz a donkey. That's your name from now. Maz a donkey, because you're a fucking donkey, Maz. So anyway, the significance of the score, Maz, is that, and you could talk about what happened after halftime when Golden State quit. But to Stephen A. Smith's point, it was 44 points at the half.
That's crazy.
There's only 24 minutes and a half, and Steph Curry played 17 of them.
What was it, like 88 to 44?
It was 82 to 38.
38?
82 to 38 at the half.
They didn't score 40 in the first half?
No. In fact, Tatum and Brown outscored the entire Golden State team by themselves, 47 to 38. And Maz downplays this. I'm like, Maz, you have to. It's almost like he's never seen a championship team before. It's like every championship team on their ascent, when they get over these hurdles that were in their past. Golden State was in Boston's head. They had to get over that, and nothing says it doesn't matter anymore like a 52-point Bumblast, a 52 Bumblast with a backside Georgie. Okay, nothing says we're over you like that.
Like that. Ugh.
And so yes, that score is significant. I'll tell you one other reason why I'm asked. It's the worst loss of Steph Curry's illustrious career.
Nice pass.
Okay, and that in and of itself is significant. And when they asked the Celtics after the game, did you think they didn't think it was going to be like that?
I saw when they asked Tatum, they were like,
yeah,
he was like,
no.
No, didn't see that one. What did he say right after it, though? He said something good.
No, but we kept playing. He's like, we didn't take our...
He said, I like the way we came out.
I like the way we came out, and we never let up. And that tells me they're growing up. Now...
It's annoying, but I like you guys.
Well, this is the thing. And I said this 2 weeks ago. Thursday night is the game.
Who they got?
They're at Denver.
Ooh.
Thursday night is the game.
They need to slap the
We
shit
might be doing
out
an emergency show
They
Thursday
need to
night.
slap the shit
You and I
out
might be doing a show and watching
down.
the game Thursday night.
down.
Because this is the game of the year. This is the game.
There's no reason they shouldn't slap the shit out of
They
them.
were, and everybody talks about, well, they went up there and beat them. They went up there and beat them. First of all, it was 102 to 100, and Denver led for all of 2 minutes and 57 seconds of that game. Boston had double-digit leads on 3 different occasions, and what did they do? They shot them back in because they kept
Was that when
threes.
Porzingis didn't play and somebody else didn't play?
No, they both played.
They both played. Everybody played.
Everybody played. So it was in Denver.
Celtics are playing better right now.
They're playing better. They are a different team than they were 2 months ago. And what I mean by that is their mentality is we're going to take what the defense gives us. And I love that. The first quarter last night, it was Tatum. The second, it was Brown. The second quarter, it was Tatum. They just moved the ball. They had 30 assists in the first half.
In the first half?
Well, they had 8. Not 30. I'm sorry. They had 33 assists in the game.
Okay, I was gonna say, Jesus.
No, in the first half though, they had like 15 or 16.
That's good.
And because they just kept moving the ball.
Were they running on them too? They must have been
Dude, it was one play, it was a 3. The next play, it was a post-up. Then it was a mid-range. Then it was a 3 again. Then it was a post-up. They scored on all 3 levels consistently. Now, look, Golden State is not the greatest defensive team ever. I'm not saying that, but the bottom line is the Celtics took what they gave him. Last night, wherever Steph Curry was, they posted him up. Remember I was bitching about Tatum not doing that when he had him? Well, they did it last night. Every time Steph Curry was on Tatum or Brown, they posted his ass up and scored over him. They didn't even fuck around.
That was just like put a beating on him.
But that was the best part. They saw it and didn't fuck around jacking up 4 or 5 threes before they did it. The second they saw it, they went at it. Yeah. And that, to me, is progress.
That's like what they were doing against the Knicks.
Yes. Very much so.
It was like, where's the mismatch?
Where's the mismatch?
Give the ball there.
Yep.
Just take that motherfucker because you can't guard you.
They were
That's smart basketball.
They are unselfish. And by the way, I said on this show Friday night, this team is starting to remind me, and you can roll the tape of Friday night, of the 86 Celtics.
Really?
Yes. Because the 86 Celtics at one point were boat racing people. And they're regarded still as the greatest passing team ever, the 86 Celtics. You could not leave anybody. That was the original Fab Five. Dennis Johnson, by the way, 4 Hall of Famers to start 5. And Danny Ainge was a 5-time All-Star and isn't on the Hall of Fame. Okay? Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish, otherwise known as the greatest front line in NBA history. Nobody disputes that. But that starting 5, you couldn't leave anyone. And then they had a Hall of Famer off the bench named Bill Walton, who was the 6th man that year. This Celtic team is starting to resemble them in that they're unselfish, they move the ball, they pick up, to your point, the mismatch, whatever it is. There'd be nights where Bird would take 10 shots.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have to score 30 points. Because McHale got 26, Parrish got 22, Walton got, because the mismatch was down low, or Dennis Johnson got 30. It was amazing. Because you didn't know what to do. Like, we can't leave this guy. We can't leave that guy. We can't leave. I mean, this is what the Celtics are starting to look like.
And then you got Derek White coming off the bench.
No, he starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Hauser, Al Horford, who's starting to look. Al Horford, by the way.
Pritchard's a pain in the ass.
Pritchard had not. I told you that kid could play. Payton, they have a nice 3-man.
I didn't realize White was starting.
It's Horford, Hauser, who's shooting 44% from the 3-point line for the year.
What about Cornette?
He's the 4th. He's the other guy. He came in. He started. He played. Or
he's shooting good, right?
He is. He's good, and he plays defense. He's down low, but he does the screen and roll. He can shoot mid range, and he blocks shots. He's a rim protector. He's Porzingis' backup.
So Hauser's the 3-point specialist.
Yeah, they call him Howitzer. Yeah. Because if he gets the ball, it's going up. It's just going up.
Cleveland had a guy last night, Merrill. It's 6 threes.
I mean,
he was good.
6 threes in this league now is not shocking from really most players. At least guards.
That's all he did, though.
Yeah.
6 threes. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, when I said that Friday night, I thought I was the only one who saw it. Guess what Michael Wilbon said today on Pardon the Interruption? He made this face, and he goes, I don't want to, but they're starting to look like the 86 Celtics. The corner goes, what do you mean? He goes, look at Tatum at his best as a league MVP. Bird, okay? Jaylen Brown's the other, McHale. He's like, and doesn't Jrue Holiday just a little bit remind you of Dennis Johnson? Which I've been telling him for months. And I'm just sitting there going, they have pills for this. I'm like, I should just copyright every fucking thing I say about the Celtics because it comes out, somebody famous says it after me.
Charlie Cream's top 8 teams?
Oh, Charlie Cream.
That's women. Interesting.
Women. Charlie Cream.
Charlie Cream?
The women's top 10.
Jesus
by
Christ,
Charlie Cream.
He's creaming himself.
That's terrible. By the way, he's not making that up. I saw it.
It's a Charlie Cream's top 8 teams.
And it's women's basketball.
I thought it was an ice cream shop.
There's something very sexually harassment about that, don't you think?
It's very creepy.
So anyway,
I'm sorry, but I saw it. I had to say it.
He's the ultimate momentum crusher.
Dude, the Bucks ended up coming back and beating the Clippers without Giannis.
Yeah. Lillard pours in 41. Yep. That shows
the Bucks have turned.
The Clippers are frauds too. They
You think so?
Yeah, I think they are. I think they're front runners. But first of all, any team with James Harden on it is not winning. He's that dude. He'll fuck it up because he'll fuck it up.
Yeah, I have a hard time.
I've never seen. He's been. You know how many talented teams he's been on, and they can't win the title. His first run was Durant and Westbrook, and they couldn't win the title, and they were all young and in their prime. He's
Kyrie without a title, basically.
Yeah,
that's kind of hard.
He's got a league MVP.
I'd rather have Kyrie actually.
Harden won a league MVP.
Yeah, but Kyrie won a title and was a big
because LeBron was his teammate.
Of course, no doubt. That team doesn't make it out of the second round without LeBron.
No, but they also had Kevin Love, who was an all-star at the time. Kevin Love was a stud. When Kevin Love came over, he was averaging 25 and 12 for Minnesota. He was a stud. Okay,
I mean, he became Chris Bosh.
But that's what
I know,
because they had LeBron and Kyrie.
I know. I just hate that.
Well,
because Kevin Love was a banger.
He still averaged double-digit rebounds.
Get you 20 rebounds a night.
He was with them. He was 17 and 10.
Yeah.
Because Kyrie was 25 and LeBron was 28. Yeah. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's not his fault.
No, I'm not saying that. But it's the same thing they did to Chris Bosh.
By the way,
Chris Bosh was a much better player before he got to Miami.
But the thing is, to win a championship, somebody
played a role,
in Boston, Ray Allen, who the year before he came to Boston, ready for this, was 4th in the NBA in scoring at 25.5.
I did not know that.
The next year, 17. And Boston wins.
What was his game like? Was he penetrating?
He could do it all. Jesus
Ray Allen was UConn.
Jesus,
right?
yeah. Jesus Shuttlesworth was every bit. Yeah. He was legit.
Was he the one that won the championship on the last second shot?
The Spurs. He saved LeBron's ass.
No, I'm talking about a UConn. Or was that somebody else?
No, that was after him. He didn't win.
Was that Rudy Gay?
It was because he got to the Final Four but didn't win it.
Did Rudy Gay hit a game winner to win? Somebody
did. I
remember.
thought it was either Khalid Al-Amin, that team. That was Calhoun's first or second championship. But anyway, no, it's all right. The thing is, like, Kyrie, I mean, you got to have championship teams. Somebody's got to sacrifice.
Oh, we were talking about LA being frauds.
Yeah, being frauds. Because I don't think, because at the end of the day, is James Harden going to sacrifice even with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George? Because it should be technically him. Because those two are better players than him right now.
Yeah.
He should be the one to sacrifice. He ain't giving up his shit. He's not going to do it. He did it last year.
He was doing that in Philly.
He was 22 and 10. And
I like that.
But again, he disappeared in games 6 and 7 against Boston. When he had to be the number 2 and he couldn't do it for whatever reason. Actually, I know what it was.
He's just not as good as those guys.
I mean, he had Jaylen Brown up his ass.
Exactly.
Is what was the problem. Jaylen Brown's that good when he focuses. And he had Marcus Smart when it wasn't him. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, that wasn't necessarily his fault. But the thing is, you need 3 guys like that. And someone's got to be the one to sacrifice. Yeah. On the team that won in 08, it was Ray Allen.
No, you're right.
It was Ray Allen. So my thing here's the thing about, like, the Celtics. It's Kristaps Porzingis, and he's happy as a pig in shit to do it. Because he's never been on a good team before. He's like, oh my God.
He's done it the other way. Yeah. And it went nowhere.
Yeah.
When he was when he was one of the leads.
He was the lead at 19 in New York. Yeah. That's not really. I mean, LeBron's the one guy that did that.
Yeah, and I mean,
he's the one guy that did that.
If we look at that,
he's not LeBron.
I wonder who else was on there.
You don't think there was anybody else on there, given you can't remember one single name.
Well, I didn't watch the Knicks for about 20 years
because they sucked.
Awful.
Yeah. So,
dude, on Twitter every now and then, people will go, "Oh yeah, I just wanted to post this Knicks lineup from 2007." It's an atrocity. I mean,
it's like the Patriots lineup this year.
Literally, like, I don't know the people.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I say, like, I didn't watch the Knicks for 20 years, people are like, all right, he doesn't really mean that.
Yeah.
No. When I see some of these lineups, I'm like, it's like in Ace Ventura when he sees Ray Finkel in the picture.
Yeah.
He's like, who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that?
Or maybe he says, who the hell is that?
Who the hell is that?
What?
Why isn't he in this picture? Oh, he was added at mid-season. This was the
Right, this was before the trade deadline.
So he got a ring, didn't he? Yes.
Oh, he got traded away.
He
got traded away. This was before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
He got traded away.
Yeah.
Dude, he
goes, he.
All right.
Anyway, sorry. Back to the Celtics. So look, Maserati doesn't get it. That they had to get over this hurdle if they're gonna ever become a championship team. Now the next hurdle, to me, is the real one. It's the Denver Nuggets. Now before that, the NBA in their ultimate wisdom threw the second seed in the East, Cleveland, at them. They have them tomorrow night.
Oh, you guys are gonna spit on Cleveland.
If dickhead, what's his name, doesn't play, Mitchell, and Boston shows up, that'll be over.
Even if he plays, that team just got its soul broken on live on TNT.
And if I'm Mitchell,
ESPN.
If I'm Mitchell and I'm looking at Derek White, Drew Holiday, and Jaylen Brown all taking turns on me,
nope.
I don't think I'm playing tomorrow night. I'll see you Friday, Coach. I'll see you Friday. That's no way to come back from whatever it is he's dealing with.
That's when Boston needs to play right.
Yep.
Because if Cleveland has any pulse, after what just happened,
this is the thing.
They're going to want to prove
If you're
themselves.
the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, after what happened, what do you tell them? Well,
exactly.
Boston comes in on Tuesday night.
That's the one seed.
They've won 11 in a row.
Yep.
And they're crushing people. The last 6 games, They're winning by an average of 30 points a game. It's the greatest 6-game run in NBA history. That's fucking ridiculous. That's where the Celtics team is at right now.
I don't want to hear you say another fucking thing about Boston this year
This
in a
week,
negative way.
This week, listen to me. This week is going to tell the tale. Cleveland, Denver, and Phoenix, all on the road. All on the road.
And they're better than all three of them.
They are, but they're on the road.
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
this is going to be, and Denver's
It's a
right.
good test.
Denver's right in the middle of it. And look, if they lost to Cleveland tomorrow night and they beat Denver by 15, would I be surprised? No, because I think they're already looking at Denver, because they know that's the measuring stick.
Yeah,
We got
but if they stay disciplined, they will beat all three of them.
To me, this is the thing. They on paper should boat race all three of them.
Yeah,
Because the way they're playing right now, there is no defense for them.
yeah.
There really isn't, because they'll take whatever it is you give them, they will take, and they can kill you with it. Most teams, there are things you can give them and they won't kill you with it. There's nothing you can give this team.
I like what's happening in their games now, because it's blatantly obvious that teams are trying to change things up a little bit.
Yep.
Like what Golden State did by hanging off it.
By the way, everybody swears that was not Kerr's decision. They're saying Draymond went rogue.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's true.
I wouldn't believe it because Draymond. I believe it because
Yeah,
Draymond's
I
that
could
kind
see
of a
that
donkey,
happening.
and Draymond got shit on.
Because my thing is, I understand if you want to force him to take deeper shots, but he's an NBA player. He's Jaylen fucking Brown.
He's an all-star.
You don't just leave him sitting there.
He's made a lot of threes this year. If you looked at his numbers, he's made a
like,
lot of them.
Like, I understand you don't you don't want him blowing by you on plays, but you didn't even look at him.
He backed off 10 feet.
Yeah, that was.
He hit 5 threes in the first quarter, America. You would have thought after the second one someone would have grown a brain.
Yeah.
But no. And again,
I thought the Knicks were guarding the three hard against the Celtics,
and
y'all started driving
to the basket.
I could see it happening.
They're like, okay, they're taking this away.
Yeah.
Whereas the old Celtics would have kept forcing it.
Kept chucking.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. And I said this to 3 people now, and they may be growing up right before our eyes. By the way, as we're talking to you, second and a half down in where is Baylor University in Texas? Where is it?
Is it Corpus Christi?
It might be.
Or is it Waco?
It might be Waco. Waco's a good call.
I think it's Waco, right?
Right now, Texas, who is a bubble team, 19-10, 8-8, 68-64 at number 11 Baylor with 10 minutes to go. We got a full-blown Donnie on a Monday night, which is beautiful.
Texas has been leading this game the entire way.
The whole way, yeah, but here comes Baylor.
Down 4.
Down 4. Oh, I thought he was going to pull that.
He's taking
the back tap.
Protect the ball, baby.
That should have been a layup or a dunk.
Yeah.
Didn't take care of that. Didn't take care of the orange.
He went for the oldest trick in the book. That's the YMCA.
That was the
the
old back tap.
Wave the thing, and then
we call it the swoop and go.
The Olay and pay.
The Olay.
The Olay and pay.
But yeah, so look, this is the test this week for the Celtics. It started off with Dallas and Golden State, and they did what they were supposed to do. Now do what you're supposed to do the next 7 days. Mm-hmm. Because to me, if they come out of this 2-1 or 3-0, I'll be sold.
Yeah.
I'll know then, okay, this team is ready to do what it's capable of doing.
But think about it like this. Let's say they beat Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
They're a no-show in Denver, and then they beat Phoenix. You're going to be a little upset.
Denver's the one they have to win. They've already beaten Cleveland and Phoenix.
Yeah, Cleveland's kind of like.
And if they lose those games there, that's no shame in that. Who cares?
Right.
They've got a 9-game lead on Cleveland. It's not going to kill them. Denver is a measuring stick.
Oh, you're saying you don't care if they lose?
No, I really don't. If they beat Denver, I don't care what. They could go 1-2 if they beat Denver. I don't care. Denver is the game they have to win. They boat raced Phoenix when they came to Boston. Yeah. Boat raced them. I don't care if they lose in Phoenix. I don't give a fuck about that. They're not going to see Phoenix again. Phoenix ain't coming out of the West.
Yeah.
They're not going to get past Denver. Who the fuck are we kidding? It's Denver. Mm-hmm. And you have to send a message to Denver, since they came in and took one from you. Actually, you gave it to them. That it doesn't matter where we play you.
That was the first loss at the Garden this year.
They were up at 3 different times in the game. They had a double-digit lead, and they kept shooting threes.
I remember
and it was
the
most nauseating. I'm like, when is these idiots
14-point lead.
Yep.
Blew it. No, that was this past week.
That was this past week. It was like 12-point lead. Blew it. 11-point lead. Blew it. 10. Blew it. Blew it. Blew it. Fucking donkeys. I'm like, how many fucking times you got to go down? And Denver just hung around. Because Denver knew these idiots can't help themselves. But since then, actually since the Laker game is where it turned around. They got so embarrassed. They have not lost since that game. They've won 11 in a row, and they're winning by an average of 22 points a game in this 11-game win streak.
Turning point?
I think the Laker game was a turning point because they got blasted. This is the power of the Boston media and the fan base up there. They couldn't go anywhere. You lose at home to a Laker team with no LeBron and no Anthony Davis? Oh, no.
That might be the closest thing to losing to a team with 4 starters out. That. When you talk about the talent level of the Celtics losing to a team like that, it's the equivalent of Cleveland.
Yeah, but the Lakers have a better bench than the Lakers do.
The Lakers have a better bench.
I mean, the Knicks have a better bench than the Lakers do. Like, if we had lost to the Knicks like that, I wouldn't have been as upset because I know they're better. The Lakers aren't that fucking good.
So you're saying what Celtics did was worse than what Cleveland did?
It was worse.
I think you're right.
It was worse. The Knicks are better than the Knicks are.
The Knicks backups.
The Knicks backups are better than the Lakers
better
backups.
Than the Lakers backups.
And the Knicks are better. They have a better coach than LA has. Darvin Ham is nowhere near his fucking tips.
But
nowhere near.
But the Lakers had more starters than the Knicks.
Let's look at those 3 starters, Tom. Austin Reeves, who in LA when Boston boat raced him on Christmas, had 8 points because they just paid attention to him. Now he gets 31 when he's the only discernible weapon they have left.
D'Angelo Russell.
He had like 16 and 14 assists. I mean, they fucking made him look like Magic Johnson.
Who else is out there?
I don't even remember. I was so disgusted. I was throwing up in a bucket. They fucking look at, and I came on this show and I said Celtics are frauds. Until otherwise, they're frauds because you cannot.
So you say it only happens to me. You said the Celtics are frauds, and immediately they won 11 in a row.
There is no, but you know why they won 11 in a row? Because everybody was calling them frauds.
Maybe
this is my whole fucking.
Now you're taking credit for it?
No. Everybody was me and the whole fucking Boston media was blasting him. You think I was the only one blasting him for this? No. Oh no. I was in a line from here to fucking. I was on a line from here to LA.
You're saying they turned it around because of the fans.
Yes. Because they couldn't go get a fucking cup of coffee without somebody looking at them like, who were they missing last night? And you lost? And what? That white kid did what? Him? Like Jaylen Brown. You're making $304 million a year. This guy can't lick your bootstraps, and he kicked your ass. That's what was happening. I kept telling you, I said they're not going to kill it. And then Missoula came out. Remember the post game? Oh well, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's when it all went downhill. And since
so maybe he said the right thing.
Because no, that's not what happened.
Maybe that's what they were.
That's not what happened. You can go on. You can go back to that date and go on every Celtics chat board, whatever you want.
These guys aren't reading that shit.
No, but the front office is.
Maybe.
Which means they're telling.
They're
telling the coach. You think Brad Stevens didn't know? Oh, Brad Stevens knew. What?
For the time. Oh, that's a block.
That's a block. Yeah, he didn't give him a chance. You think Brad Stevens didn't know? Oh, he knew. He fucking knew, and he went down there and he fucking told that coach, "I got news for you. You fucking lose a game like that again, we're gonna start looking at you." And I guarantee you that's what Brad Stevens says because Brad Stevens knows damn well what was happening. It was all.
Brad Stevens had done that after the finals 2 years ago.
I don't know what he did. Well, first of all, when that happened,
I'm just kidding.
We thought Ime Udoka was going to be the coach again.
That's true.
That whole thing fucking flipped up on its ear.
I forgot that was Ime.
That fucked everything up.
That was Ime?
If Ime Udoka was the coach last year, they win the championship last year.
So
he's a better coach.
The finals against the Warriors was
Ime
Udoka. Okay.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, if he had come back as the coach, Boston would have won the championship last year. They would never have lost. They would never have lost to Miami if he was the coach. No fucking way. No fucking way.
Yeah, I think
because he held them accountable on defense. Now this shoe in Missoula is growing. And again, Sam Cassell, Van Gundy, he's got guys around him now, chirping in his ear. Last year he got handed that job 3 weeks before the season started. That's rough.
That is rough.
That's rough. So look, people gave him a pass because it's his first year and he really wasn't supposed to be here. He's the assistant coach. They literally changed his role. He went from the coach that everybody comes to when they have a problem. Now he's got to swing. No,
that's a lot.
You can't do that. So he needed a year. And they brought in people to help him. Sam Cassell on the 08 team. He was a member of that championship team. He's been a head assistant coach before. Jeff Van Gundy. Fucking, you kidding me? Pat Riley, New York Knicks. Yes. These are the guys he brought in that are in his ear and telling him, advising him what to do. And look at the difference. Yeah. They're third in defensive efficiency. They lead the league in rebounding and block shots. The last time that happened, 1986.
Same year the Mets won the World Series.
Same year Mets won the World Series. Bill Buckner. dickhead. Anyway.
Roll her up along first.
So
behind the bag.
As I said to my brother,
gets through Butner. Here comes Knight.
The Knight's doing this. Somebody blow me. Somebody blow me. Somebody blow me. Somebody blow me. Knight. What a fucking donkey. Man. Running around like a fucking kid that threw in a cupcake store.
Look like a kid.
He was like Augustus Gloop in the Chocolate Island. Willy Wonka. Oh my God! Look at all this shit.
Just like a little kid prancing through.
It was fucking
candy
awful.
Store.
He was prancing too. It was a prance.
He was prancing.
And by the way, when a man prances, it doesn't look good.
Dude, but you gotta. That's how ridiculously joyous of a moment that was. He turned into a child running in a bed of candy. I mean, I know as horrible as it was for you guys, and I was 4, so I wasn't watching it, obviously. But as I look back on
I was 13. I was watching.
There was no way that should have ever happened.
Boston should have won that.
Never have happened. So that is the type of moment that will make a man prance.
When the Pats won in 0-1 as a 14-point underdog to the Rams, the greatest show, I did not prance.
Well, no, it's not the same thing.
I cried.
Okay, Jesus.
I cried.
Oh, jeez.
I cried.
Wow.
Because I never thought I'd see them win the Super Bowl. Ever. And they went into Pittsburgh, who they never beat, and they beat them. And the Raiders 76, the phantom interference call in Stable that cost them a champion. That was the one Pat's team was that good, and that was revenge for 76. My father never forgot that fucking season. They were the best team in football. And John Madden and Kenny Stable got a highway robbery on that fucking call. The game was over and the Pats won, and they would have won the Super Bowl. And everybody knows it. And that was revenge for two. My father was watching this guy. That's why I was crying, because my father never thought they'd get that or be that good again.
How many did your dad get to see?
He saw the first 3.
Okay.
He died in 06.
It's good. It's a
So
good
he missed the second part. He missed the 18 and 1, the Spygate thing. Thank God he would have killed somebody.
He got to see the Red Sox break the curse.
He saw everything. The only thing he didn't see was the Bruins win again. But he saw the Bruins when Bobby Orr won.
Hockey. Who gives a fuck?
We do. You don't. We do.
Dad was fine.
It's a big deal. No, we got Bobby. He was fine because he saw Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
Maybe the greatest hockey player ever. No, he was fine. The Red Sox and the Patriots were the 2. Those are the 2.
Seeing the Red Sox.
Yeah, right.
He was in good health during that?
He was then.
Yeah.
It was 2 years before he died. So, anyway, the Celtics are in a good position here. They are growing up. This is the week. To me, this is the week. And it's really, look, if they lose tomorrow night and beat Denver, I won't care. If they lose tomorrow night and then they lose Thursday night, then I'm going to care. So,
that would suck.
They have to take care of business to clear. And if Donovan Mitchell is out, even more so. Even more so.
God. Dude, regardless, dude, the Knicks just beat this team with nobody. You just boat raced the Knicks.
We did.
So just go in there and boat race them. It's not even going to take your full effort. Just fucking.
In fact, they didn't play. This is the thing about yesterday. Porzingis didn't play.
Yeah.
This is what Maserati doesn't get either. They didn't even have Porzingis, and they did this to fucking Golden State. And Steve Kerr, I love Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp blasted Steve Kerr this morning. He goes, "You can't have it both ways, Steve." Because before the game, because they had won 11 out of 13. They came in hot. Mm-hmm. They had won 7 straight on the road. They were 3-0 on this road trip. And everybody's saying, this is the measuring stick.
Fucking beat the Knicks.
This is the measuring stick. This is the Boston Celtics. Now we're going to see how far they've come. And they get boat raced in a way that no one thought was possible. And now it's one game.
Yeah.
Throw it away. End of a long road trip. You went 3. And like, that's not how you were talking before tip-off. And Steph Curry with this sudden knee bursitis. You see the video I got of him in the pregame. When he was dancing around the side. He was dancing around in the corner. He was juggling a basketball with his head like this knee bursitis. And then after he hits the 3, he dances on this so-called injured knee all the way up to half court because he was so distraught and hurt. Fucking people are so...
When did he hit a 3 when they were down?
He was warming up. He only scored 4 points in the game. He didn't hit a 3. This is in the warm-ups before the game when everybody was he was questionable. He shouldn't even play. Really? Look at this tape. I'll show it to you. I'll show this to you. You want to see something fucking funny? This is how you fucking donkeys. I swear to God. You want to see something fucking funny? I'll show you something fucking funny. This is the whole fucking excuse thing. Where is he? Right here. Look at this, America. This actually, I want Tom to see this. I want to see Tom's face on this. Now, this is a guy who has knee bursitis and was deciding, it was a game time decision, Tom, that he was even supposed to play.
Giannis has a sore Achilles.
Now, that's not to be trifled.
That is not to be trifled
That's
with.
not good. Come on. Is this it? Come on, show me. Show me the rose. No, not that one. This
Russell Wilson, Broncos country. Let's ride.
That was so bad.
Let's ride.
Hold on, let's get this up.
Dude, did you know last night Josh Hart out-rebounded Cleveland's two bigs?
I did not know that.
He had 19 rebounds.
Yeah.
They had 18 combined.
I'm waiting to pull this up, but anyway.
Josh Hart's a small forward.
The point is, I'll show this to him off the air between 1 and 2, but the point is this. Steph Curry was dancing around in the corner as he was warming up. Does a man with knee bursitis do this? No, he does not. He's probably sitting on the bench with ice on his knee and a bag, talking to the trainer about what he can, can't, and shouldn't do. Not juggling a basketball with his head as he dances the little jig in the corner. And then he hits the three. He does that thing he did when he beat the girl. All up to half court, he's dancing. He was prancing down with knee bursitis, and all of a sudden, we're down 44. Let's shut him down. Talk about, give me a break. And then Klay Thompson suddenly has an undisclosed injury, and he can't return either.
Well, they should have sat him down. He's got to. What's the point of playing them down 40?
The point is, you got down 40 when they were on the court. Then,
yeah,
it was 44 at that.
No,
this is what Mazza Snotty doesn't get. They played everybody, and they were shorthanded. By the way, Wiggins, who didn't play, they don't have Wiggins.
He hasn't been doing anything this year.
We don't have Porzingis.
Yeah.
One guy averages 12. One guy averages 21.
Yeah.
Who's got the advantage here? You do. Okay. So you didn't have Wiggins? We didn't have Porzingis. People thought Porzingis should have made the All-Star team. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not a fair swap. The fucking excuses were unbelievable today. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Right before kickoff, this is the Cleveland, the Golden State's been waiting for this one, a chance to show the world they're back. And oh my God. Hey, Tom, that little 61-17 run may have put an end to that. And by the way, that was the run, 61-17.
Yikes.
61-17, and Porzingis wasn't on the court? And you're dismissing this? So Mazza Snotty, just go take a long walk off a short pair. I'm sick of you. Anyway,
oh my God, Texas just threw the ball away.
We're going to take a break, segment 2, and come right back. We've got some NFL things to talk about. The draft is fast approaching. The Combine was last weekend, and said guy named Worthy sounds very worthy.
James?
Maybe his nephew, I don't know. We'll talk to you on the other side, real quick.